This is KarsaKKWx. Karsa's my name, KKWX is my empire, and here today we're playing Waystone Mysteries, episode 32. Let's see what's gonna happen today. First, starting out with some downtime. Does anybody remember what happened last time, though?
We did a lot of debriefing.
A lot of debriefing. You also killed something.
Fucked up by some goats.
Did we kill it or send it back? I forget.
We killed it.
You killed them.
Okay.
You killed them and you closed
And
them.
we were still trying to figure out, like, if there was some kind of explanation to all that, or if it was just a random thing that happened.
Well, first of all, they're tricksters. So you know that. Secondly, they were kind of using that just as a way of getting whoever.
Oh, that's right. The worst
resolutions.
The worst smokescreen ever. That's right.
Yes, it was a smokescreen.
to hide the fact that we need to kidnap and kill one person, we're going to kill 7 other people first.
Yeah, what? Why didn't we just kill this one person on the ley line and be done with it? Because that would be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, well. Anyway,
I don't know if that really qualifies.
it doesn't quite qualify. No, they still needed both of their bodies. So because Nathaniel didn't die, well, damn.
Oh, just state how you really feel there. GM attempting to actively murder one of the players. Yeah, quality GM.
Oh my god, I just realized it's kind of the plot to Scream. Spoilers to a parodic horror movie that came out in the early 90s, but that's kind of the plot to Scream. You killed like 7 other people to cover up the fact that you were going to kill one person.
I've never actually seen Scream.
Me either.
No.
Okay, then this is a downtime day.
I thought that was the point regardless, but alright.
Yeah, this is downtime day anyway. So, who would like to go first with what they want to do for downtime? Or do I have to call on somebody?
Don't everyone
I have
told each other.
Nathaniel has one word for you.
What?
Apples.
It's
Okay,
winter
so
time, so you're
Nathaniel
gonna want to
heads
get
home.
apples in the winter?
I mean, you never know, Mrs. Whatever her name is could have made apple preserves.
She did.
Yeah, and then
Apple
then
preserves and Nathaniel is
Nathaniel
working
heads
on his
home.
apple preserves and Nathaniel is working on his conspiracy wall connecting I'm blanking on his name now. What's his name to everything?
Okay.
Richie.
You're planning on getting Richie?
Yes, that was it, Richie.
Okay.
I'm working. Yeah, Nathaniel's working on his conspiracy wall for Richie.
Alright, well, since you have a month to do something, tell us what you want to do.
All right. He'll also order a bunch more radioactive products. And start working on more lead-lined satchels and lead-lined, bottles, flasks, those sorts of things.
And you kind of
Note to
continue
self,
having
right.
radiation products around yourself.
That's what all the lead is for. Also, I'm eating lots of bananas.
Oh, I mean, you know, the Simpsons movie taught us that they are a good source of potassium, and then you get kicked in the nuts by a tree.
I hate that.
Taking iodine supplements. But no, seriously, like, with the amount of, like, luck and other such pull that Nathaniel had to do, he's going to be spending at least that month just dealing with all of the red tape of his most recent activities.
Probably.
Living inside of an office, doing nothing but working on a typewriter.
I mean, it literally says that every time I use luck, I have to deal with a bunch of red tape, and I used like 3 luck on that last mission.
So you have a lot of red tape.
Nathaniel has a lot of red tape he's going to be getting through.
All right.
You're getting the phone calls like...
Probably going to have to take a brief trip down to Washington just to like testify before some people about stuff.
Yeah, you're basically like getting the phone calls, basically getting your J. Jonah Jameson up your ass, asking you for everything.
Yeah, you're probably a bit busy.
Forms I need to fill out.
Well, yeah, part of your red tape is because you busted your car.
Yeah.
You went to a party.
Oh, that is like, but the ironic thing is, that is like the most normal aspect of any of this. Like, I can just show, I got sideswiped. Like,
yeah, literally, you walk in, you hand them like the police report, you hand them like 2 things of insurance. Some dude just stamps it without even reading it. Like, yeah, that's fine. It's 2 seconds out of the 18 hours.
You try to leave, and your boss is like, "These expenses need to be verified."
But you do need to verify why, what happened at the party, and what happened with all the people who died, because you were on the case.
Yeah.
Yep. So what excuse do you give for what happened?
Nathaniel's stance from the very beginning is that the government should be on top of the supernatural stuff, so he's probably just going to tell them how it went down.
Okay.
Maybe leave out some of like the semi-legal stuff that we did, but yeah, there were vampires. It was a whole thing. Some of the Secret Service people died.
And that has to be spent a certain way. Cult members.
I'm gonna offer some recommendations as to extra gear that Service H should use going forward. Some silver bullets, some crucifixes. Let's see if we can get some like essence of garlic in like one of those little easy break flasks.
Okay.
Suddenly, next time we see you, you're decked out looking like the book version of Van Helsing.
Nathaniel shows up at the end of this month. Can you believe they didn't promote me?
Then they fired me.
Yeah, like half of the
this
month
was always a dead end assignment. Nathaniel wants to stay here.
See, because you actually reported that Draculas were involved, you spent half of the month.
Yes, that's right,
Draculas.
Draculas.
In intensive therapy because like the entire office believes that you have had a mental break.
Yeah.
And the entire time dressed in the trench coat with the hat on, very solemnly recounting all the things that have been done as a...
Well, I'm going to leave out the part about breaking into the cabinet member's house and kidnapping his son. I'm going to leave that part out.
I mean,
Accidentally.
To be
Accidentally.
fair, I actually would picture that is something you could probably like recount in nauseating detail, and that should just be like, yeah, okay. Oh, so you totally did that.
Just slip it in somewhere amongst the rest of the story that they're not paying attention to.
Yeah.
And they don't believe you because they mentally checked out.
Yeah, they're literally
In the written report version of this story, which is like 80 pages long, it's somewhere like page 36.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever read that far.
Yeah, in years and years, some random office worker is going to pull that file, flick through it, randomly end up on that page, read it, and just be like, Huh, I always wondered what happened there. Oh well. Guess I'm looking for someone else. And they go to look for something like a random reference you made on the very last page to like a person crossing the street. And like, this is the super important part.
It turns out that
we just
the
redact
guy
the
that
rest of the file.
it turns out that the guy that sideswiped me in the car, like, they were investigating something to do with him.
Yeah.
Well, you
I forget what
were
the
put,
circumstances
you
surrounding
were
that were.
put on the Sin Slayer. So, what do you tell about the Sin Slayers?
That's a good question.
It
All
was, in
right, well,
fact,
we don't
bunch
have
of
a
random
body.
notes.
We don't have a body, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Because it like disappeared, or you know what? Even if it's still, I don't remember what happened to the thing's body, but even if it's still there, we can't exactly turn a satyr over to the boy.
Mhm.
God only knows what they do with it. So
Always something highly irregular and morally questionable.
exactly.
Mhm.
So
It'll end up on YouTube.
no, I got it actually perfectly. Like the technical reason that I'm here. Turns out the whole thing was a communist plot. Luckily, we managed to chase them off our shores. Like seriously, that is the only reason I'm here. I'm supposed to be investigating everyone around here for communists. So I just blame everything that we do on Dirty Reds.
Well, of course, but then there's
Nobody questions a thing.
they still
And nobody
question.
questions it. Oh yeah.
But yeah, you are definitely going for psychiatric help. This
The moment you say
part of the
Dracula's,
month,
everything
at
else.
least.
The moment you mention Dracula's, everybody else just mentally checks out and be like, "Okay, he's crazy."
Okay, he's done.
Nathaniel, Agent Prenton, how about you take a little break for a while? Just for a little while. We've got a very nice facility. Beautiful views. They've got this special new relaxation treatment. It's called electroshock therapy. We think you're perfect for it.
Yeah.
It's all the rage in Hollywood.
So yeah, Nathaniel disappears for a month. And needing to take a break, he disappears for a month. Doesn't show up.
Next time we see him, he's all decked out in anti-everything gear.
Well, I was like the idea that like this is much like getting put on administrative leave as a police officer. There's like a club they send you to.
Yeah, it's out in the woods.
Yep.
They have these nice little jackets that fasten up the back. Very stylish.
It's very stylish. Okay.
You got me so
I'm just
far.
going to treat this as his long belated vacation.
Yeah, I mean, you get 3 meals a day and free showers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You also get your own room that's got this nice padding so you don't accidentally hurt yourself.
Your neighbor might be
You know,
a
I
cannibal.
wanted to
but-
work out. I've had this theory about this new form of workout I called wild thrashing. A padded room is the perfect place to test it.
Exactly.
Your next door neighbor might be a cannibal, but if that's not a deal breaker, you should be fine.
That's perfectly all right.
You're gonna love it there too.
It's all the rage in Hollywood.
It's so peaceful and quiet, and
padded.
If you ignore the screaming.
Yeah, you come out a month later, you've got a bite mark on your shoulder, but you have got a piece of paper that says that you are legally considered the sanest person to ever be put into a mental asylum. And that's exactly why they've gotten rid of you, because they are terrified.
Can I instead just get like a certification proving I don't have donkey brains?
yeah, sure.
You were certified,
Anyone-
but I always wanted a certificate for something.
Everyone who gets that reference.
Where is that reference from?
It's Always Sunny.
Oh, okay.
Haven't watched the show.
All right. So that's you.
Surprise, surprise.
That's you.
As you guys
huh?
have seen something funny.
So that's you, Nathaniel, right? That's everything. you get a vacation. Very, very nice. Now, do you want your vacation in Florida or do you want your vacation in Siberia?
Florida. Didn't you hear? That's closest. Wait, no. Cuba hasn't had its communist revolution yet. Cuba might be on the verge of a communist revolution.
Yeah, the
Perfect place to keep an eye out.
Well, they'll put you
Yeah.
there for a
So
month, and
yeah,
then they'll pick
you
you
get
back
sent
up
down
there.
there on. You get sent down there under the guise of being a member of the U.S. Free Press.
Anyway, so yeah, you take a break after your long conversation with the boy, and they find you maybe have had a mental break, and they put you there for a month. Okay, all right, next.
You doing okay, Nathaniel? Tell you what, Nathaniel. Can we see your gun? Just for a little bit. Can we see your gun? Yes, thank you. Okay, good. Yeah. Get him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Suddenly the door opens and 12 massive
Hand
dudes
the
in
gun over,
tactical
Nathaniel.
gear.
We don't exactly want you to have it on you right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get it back when we're done.
Mm-hmm.
We have a
Mhm.
wonderful city to send you to. You ever heard of Juneau?
The day in the life of what Francis is doing for the next month.
Well, considering he's been reminded of the fact that he has a house, he's going to sell his house. He lives in his office. He doesn't put much in his house.
So he is gonna sell his house. Okay.
Yes.
Fucker making Cain homeless. Temporarily.
I thought you were living with Kara.
You were from what?
Yeah, fuck it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll be a thing.
So you sell your house, and you get a decent price because, well, stock exchange has not busted yet. So
Yeah. Well, you really think Francis is not paranoid enough to keep his money in a bank?
Dude, I'm surprised you. If you keep your money in your bank, I'm surprised you're not paranoid enough that you have an extra mattress that you keep your money in.
No, he's got a giant safe in the back of his office.
That's shaped like a mattress.
Sure.
Opens from the bottom.
So Francis is
No,
gonna
that's way too
sell-
fucking dangerous.
Francis is selling his house, actually selling her house, and surprisingly, they're gonna get a decent amount because everything is going roses right now for everybody, even though it's 1929.
Yeah, in about 4 more months, it's gonna crash.
So,
We're in January, aren't we?
are you
Yes.
just
No.
gonna be staying in your office then?
That's what he does.
Okay.
Okay, so supposing, let's just say for the sake of argument, that you do that thing where you need sustenance. What happens?
Yeah. How do you get
That's what diners are
sustenance?
for.
So you
That's
go.
what diners are for.
Okay.
No. Oh, okay, so you build a diner in your office.
I mean, theoretically I could, but no, there's ones in the area.
Ah, so you are actually going to leave the man cave.
Yeah. I mean, he
You're going
can't
to
be
leave
there
the
all.
man cave.
He can't be there
That's
all.
the official name. It's now the
I
fan
mean, he
cave.
literally cannot be there all the time.
Yeah.
Why
He
not?
can't teach. He can't teach from his office.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
Exactly.
Yes, I invent a very impressive holographic projection system so I can teach from my office.
Yeah, you are
No,
in
you
fact
just-
the person who invented telepresence.
No, you just teach through intercom.
Yeah, which people find really weird when they just hear this crackling at the back of the class and James, stop putting that under the table. I'm like, how does he know? Meanwhile, the guy's like pulling out a handful of chewing gum that he's been hiding under the table for the past 3 weeks.
Okay. So you're selling your house. You're moving yourself, all the rest of you, into your office. Was there much at your house?
No,
No.
he literally just had it for a forwarding address.
Okay. Well, now you don't have it anymore.
You don't even have a bank. You didn't even need the forwarding address.
So if he needs mail, it's what PO box is for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what you're gonna do. What else are you gonna do?
Teach.
Alright. What are you gonna teach?
Almost like it's his job.
You think?
I know, right? Weird, isn't it?
Should be. What are you gonna do?
What? Oh, you're teaching weird? Cool.
No, cool is a different class.
Cool is taught by that guy down the hall. He keeps hitting jukeboxes and they keep turning on.
Yeah, he just walks past like jukeboxes.
Oh, you mean that guy covered in bees?
Yes. Yeah, he walks around with a suit made of bees. He keeps weirdly mentioning something about pain and Russia.
See, you went that way. I went to an Adam Sandler movie.
Okay. So,
Where
Francis,
Henry Winkler is actually covered in bees.
what are you teaching?
Twice.
Right now he's teaching etymology. Not entomology, etymology.
Etymology.
Origins of words.
Study of words.
Study of
Yes.
words.
Not to be confused with
Okay, so-
entomology, which is a study of insects.
Okay.
So, what word are you studying? What is today's word off the calendar?
His word off the calendar is entomology, just to keep the joke going.
Okay, and teach us then what the origin of entomology is.
I have in fact, the player, have in fact made a mistake.
Yes, you have. And furthermore, you also didn't pick up. I specifically said entomology. Did not
Yes.
pick up on it. So,
I actually don't know the derivation of entomology.
I mean,
There's this wonderful little tool
Dude.
called Google.
yeah, dude, I have
Yeah.
the same Google as you.
From the ancient
Wait,
Greek,
what?
Yeah, we have the same
entomon,
Google.
meaning insect, and ology, meaning study.
Yes.
Good lesson.
Yeah, see, perfect. There you go. There's your entire lesson plan. It's explaining and diagramming that one sentence.
I mean, the rest of the lesson isn't just a small history lesson on entomology and how it started, prominent figures.
Well, no, that's like the 2 hours after the class when he derails.
Yes. I just pretend to be normal when having conversations. Otherwise, I'm completely nuts, and people know it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you do have the like.
If you're gonna teach a class about one word, wouldn't it be normal to go into the history of the word as well, including any prominent figures or relevant discoveries?
Or the reason why the word was made.
Honestly, who the fuck knows why the word was made?
So that people
clearly
could-
because
Could
It was-
communicate that they study bugs without having to go through the entire thing of, hey, I'm a dude who studies things. In particular, I study bugs. Where no, they can walk up now and say, I'm an entomologist.
And it makes it sound better.
yeah, and then that other person immediately says, "And what the fuck's an entomologist?" And then like a 2-hour conversation goes on.
So you
Mainly
see-
because it turns out that other person actually is really interested in it.
Yes, well, you see, an entomologist is a person who studies insects, not just one specific sect of insects, all insects.
All insects, all the time.
Yeah, you can find more information in the library, as well as a bunch of pinned up butterflies.
And in the background, there's a picture of Casper Van Dien saying, "Would you like to know more?" And he's vibrating aggressively.
Here's the thing, you say something about pinned up butterflies, somebody in the back of the class raises their hand and says, I thought that was a lepidopterist.
Francis just blinks loudly.
The thing is, I'm right.
Yeah. Point
which
is, you
point
can find them pinned up in the library.
Now, at which point you go on to explain that lepidopterist is actually a subset of entomologists, and technically all lepidopterists are entomologists, not all entomologists are lepidopterists.
I really need to put the dial-up internet sound
Okay.
on the frickin'
Alright.
soundboard. Why am I getting an email?
Would you rather a postman just break through your wall and hand you an actual letter?
I mean, it would make things. It would make my day more interesting.
Okay, so that's pretty much what you're doing, Francis, right?
Yeah. Every day is a word of the day.
Every word's a word of the day. Okay. Wow. All right. So, Vinny, can you give us a day in the life of a private eye?
Well, yeah, it's actually for the next few weeks. I'm going to be taking all the stuff I've learned from, being around these guys, and I'm going to go back and revisit that old case. While it would actually fit in for being able to spend the experience that I got.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Because even when I'm not here, my die rolling ability is still available and still works just as good. So even when I'm not here, it still rolls terrible.
Don't forget your debriefing because you officially put yourself on the case of the Sid Slayer.
So what I'm going to do is give myself. I'm going to buy a move.
Mm-hmm.
For what's it called? Out of the past. Says, you have a police buddy who will do you big favors, kind of a thing.
So Pat Beach is going to be your person that's going to do you big favors, especially since you.
Yeah, just for sake of for sake of ease. I'm going actually back into the old cases because I wanted to do, kind of the favor I'm looking into is to getting access to the evidence again. Getting back to the old evidence file, all the old the interviews, all the little bits and pieces, and just trying to. Over that time, I'm going to be spending time going back through it. I'm even going to go, if I can actually trying to get as much evidence on this as I can to find out if I can even escalate it per se, where they'll allow me to, make copies of all the written notes, the little bits of evidence, things like that I can get my hands on. Then once I can get that, start doing research, even up to and including like interviewing some of the witnesses and anybody that I can, still be able to talk to would be helpful during that time. Obviously, it's just still going to take me time. It will take me quite a bit of time, but I still like to try to do it to see if I can even get any further around this.
So which case are you going to work on?
The original case that started me on the PI road when I was working as a officer, and there was the mass kill. There was a killing that was so brutal, and I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. Anything else that you're going to be doing?
While I'm working on that one, I'm going to take a little bit of time. Work on a couple of smaller cases, try to pay the bills. And then, over that, more than that, I think I'm going to spend a lot more time, I might see if I can talk to some of the others. I might get them involved a little bit, especially with interviewing Cain a little bit. If he's got a little bit of time to go over it, because I want to show him the evidence of what I've got, because with his experience, if he has any idea as far as, this is, the type of critter this could be is a blank, give me an idea if this is just some dude that did this, or is this something much bigger than that?
Okay. Well, Cain, are you available for a interview with Vinny? All right.
Yeah.
Take it.
Well, I've got some old evidence from an old case file. When I was working with the police that one of those cold cases that kind of sat with me and never been able to solve. If I were to show you some photographs from it, a lot of notations and some medical files, do you think you would be able to? Would that give you enough information to maybe even get an idea if it's something that some random, some dude did, or
It's
maybe something worse based on what you've been showing me?
potentially.
Here, let me show it to you. So he brings out a bunch of has a bunch of photographs. And he's kind of placed them in front of you. They are police style photographs. So there's a lot, there's your general is the ones of the scenes, but then there's there for, measuring distance between blood splatters, the damage to the victim, the various cuts, and a lot of very serious, serious hard damage that was done to the victim. The to put it in more better context, think of it where a body was taken in, it was hit by something ridiculously hard, but it was sharp. So it wasn't not like hit by a car or hit by a pipe or something like that. It was definitely something sharp, but hard enough to take out tremendous, almost 3/4 of the torso out in one shot. But it was a lot of rips inside of the damage. A lot of the internal organs are either destroyed or missing. The bone structures have been broken into small bits and pieces. I mean, the victim died almost pretty much instantaneously from it looks like from the damage. There are also large chew marks on various parts of the body. There's some rotting, where it was rotting way too quick. Like, for example, this damage was done it's maybe a half hour, for example, before the photographs are taken, but there are parts of the body that are already starting to decompose into green bulbous fluids and so on. And so it's extremely gross.
I mean, depends. There's quite a few things that can do something like that, but the rotting part is what kind of threw me off at first. You said they were bitten into?
Yeah, if you look here, and he points out to two of the photographs where there's close-ups of those looks like bite wounds, at least from a guesstimate. I mean, it's not done. The medical examiner tried to explain it off as something else, but
definitely missing flesh, bite marks. The corpse didn't come back to life, did it?
No, this was inside of an apartment. The MEs came in and took the remains, and it was taken over to the morgue and was cremated quite quickly.
Cremated pretty damn quick.
But that's just procedure.
I mean, could be a few different things. Witchcraft could have been involved.
Witchcraft? What do you mean by witchcraft?
There's a few years back when I was running around in Louisiana, ran into a voodoo priestess, which she could induce decay on people, literally just people's skin rotting right off their body.
Would you be able to, with something like that, be able to do this sort of damage?
Not in one blow. If they died on impact in one hit, that's a stupid amount of force, even more than even I can do. Maybe a zombie, because there's no limiters on them, and they do tend to be more supernatural entities. So, where was the body located around here? Was it around here? I'm guessing.
No, it was more towards the city center. It was in this apartment building.
So just in this general region.
Yeah. It wasn't out of state, if that's what you mean, no.
Doubt voodoo then, so it's not voodoo zombie. Still could have been a zombie though. It's possible. Could have been one of those. I mean, they do end up rotting away, so if that's the case, you may not know. Like I said, there's not many things that even I know of that can induce rot. Zombie's one of them, because, I mean, so far it's fitting, because, like, the biting, the rot, shattering, the stupid amount of force impact. It's in theory, it's possible.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm not 100% sure.
You ever seen anything like this in your days when you've been hunting these damn things? I don't know if you've ever seen anything like it.
Zombies, I've seen kind of more undead. Although there was that one time I did see a freshly turned zombie. Wasn't any rot on it though. Not yet, at least. So, seeing a victim like that, I mean, could have been just a single zombie, but then again, if that be the case, it's more a case of there's going to be no. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like I said, it could have been a zombie. Usually, from my experience, when I've seen working with it, there's going to be pretty much no body afterwards, or if there is, typically that body's going to turn into one. But in this case, y'all took care of it, y'all burned it.
Right.
It's just hard to tell right offhand without doing a little bit more research into it.
Okay. This is, like I said, it's an old case, so
If
kind
you
of like
want,
put to bed
I mean,
someday.
probably do some research around here.
Yeah, I
Looking
think.
for the creature.
Yeah, I think if you can point me in a direction, because point me in the right direction, see what I can figure out.
Let's start with something probably undead.
You got it. Okay. Puts out his hand for like a small handshake.
I'll
Appreciate
shake it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Welcome.
You can tell when he's in his kind of his mannerisms that whatever this was is, even though it's old, is still, he's trying to keep his calm with it, but he's still shaken up over it. Like it is something that's been eating away at him for years. You can tell that it's just like an old wound that refuses to heal. So he puts it in like a well-worn, very well-worn, like manila folder. As it's been read through like 500 times, if not, all kinds of pads and pads of notes and other possibilities and things like that inside of it.
I will tell you from how long I've been working at this kind of stuff, it does get easier.
That's what I
Seeing
keep
the
telling
monsters,
myself.
killing them, seeing the bodies, the aftermath of what happens if you're too late.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Think of it like this: you're doing now what you can do to help people. You may not have been able to help that one, but think of it like this: you're doing more now than you were then to help them out. Even if effectively you're not being rewarded with the limelight or praise over it, you're still doing what you're wanting to do.
Once I can find the son of a bitch.
If they're still alive, like I said, it could have been a zombie. If that's the case, it's long gone. But like I said, start with undead creatures. Work out from there.
You got it. Appreciate it, man.
Now, you had somebody else who was in that particular fight, and I believe Elle was also in it. If I remember correctly, you had a connection to Elle because of that fight.
Oh, from the cold case?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so, but I can't remember why.
That's the reason why Elle thinks you shouldn't be here.
Okay, so you weren't directly connected, but you know about the case, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it, I don't remember the exact context, but it was something Elle was looking into. But not looking into. They arrived on the scene, but with all the cops and all that, they kind of just didn't do anything with it because they couldn't. There's too many people in the area. But seeing as nothing like that ever happened again, they kind of just forgot about it.
Yeah. All right. Then I spend my time checking out the research notes, trying to focus more on like medical terminology, like the medical terminology for like trying to find anything that does that type of damage.
Rot
Yeah.
damage is what you're saying.
Well, the rot damage, not rot, and the sudden impact. So like whatever they were hit, whatever was hit the victim had to be either ridiculously huge to have that kind of strength, or have that kind of strength in other means, which is utterly impossible. So beyond like a fucking brown bear or something that's like 600 pounds and that kind of thing.
Would you mind me invading the scene?
Go for it.
Please. Oh, please.
Well, I was asking Vinny. So, after your interview's done with Cain, and maybe a few hours later, you eventually do that thing where, like, you've been staring at notes for so long, you got to sit back.
Yeah.
Because you're getting cross-eyed and all that. You look over at Elle sitting there reading your notes. I disagree with Cain's assessment. Undead is unlikely.
He's saying he's saying as he's rubbing his eyes after his like 9th cup of coffee. If you have another opinion, I'm all ears.
I think you're looking for something venomous, and something rather large. And by large, I mean exceedingly large.
Venomous? What do you mean?
There's
You talking like
animals
a
and insects that have venom that induces necrosis, rapid onset necrosis.
like a snake or something like that? You mean?
Snakes, some insects. It causes the muscles and organs to rapidly die and decay.
I mean, I've heard of something like that, but that'd be like the biggest thing of that would even be remotely close to that. It's like the Komodo dragon, but that.
Oh, no. Elle will like go up to the chalkboard that happens to be nearby and draw like what they would think would be a life-size hand claw type deal for this thing.
Mhm.
And it would probably be about the size of a great white head, the size of a great white shark head.
Yeah, ridiculously big and
Yeah.
yeah.
You're looking for something to induce the power and the range, the width of the damage of the body. You're looking for something exceedingly large, bigger than anything we've seen.
Even bigger than that, like Sasquatch looking thing we were talking about when we were trying to hunt down, the big werewolf, whatever the hell it was. That big?
Well, its claws were much smaller. If this was a bite, then yeah, it's something about that size. If this was its claw, then even bigger.
Yeah, I guess the part that's tough for me is, okay, I'll buy that, something that large, but why would it show up in an apartment building in the middle of the city? Something like that would be drawing a tremendous amount of attention, wouldn't you think?
Well, it would, unless it could move quickly, stay out of sight, do what the satyrs could do.
Yeah.
You know, I just had a thought. You mind if I actually interrupt back in too?
No, no.
Sure.
Go ahead, guys. Please, please.
Kane's gonna walk back in. See the venomous thing? You know, that actually brings another good point. That could have been a thing too. I was thinking a zombie force, but there is. Hold on a minute. But you know that Greek mythology, for instance, the Gorgons. Medusa was the one. Certain myths for it. Medusa was the only one that actually had the power to turn people to stone. The two other sisters didn't, in some myths. So I mean, there's your force, the bite marks, snake.
But
It's
they
possible.
They would be much too small.
It's true. About it, I don't know. Lamia wouldn't work either.
For this degree of damage in a single blow, they would either need to be exceedingly large, or be able to hit with such impact that they could bring down a wall in a single hit. And I don't mean drywall.
I mean, certain creatures could. I mean, supernatural strength is a thing.
Yes, which is why I'm getting away from zombie.
Fair. That'd be a gill monster. Heard myths of those, but I haven't seen one yet.
I think this is a creature with intelligence.
You think it's human intelligent, at least?
There's no damage to the surrounding buildings.
Definitely human intelligence then, so it's either really old, meaning it's got the intelligence to know what it's doing, or definitely humanoid in its aspect of actually having the intelligence for it.
Pull out the crime scene reports. It doesn't look like there were any tracks found.
Perhaps flight.
Correct. That was part of the thing I couldn't understand. That was just
No.
throwing me off because something this big, especially with that much blood, you should have plenty of
Do you
tracks.
know
on
if the
it.
window had scratch marks? Or if, like, anywhere near the window had scratch marks or at all?
He starts reciting like, you know, he's flipping a page over, but it looks like he's not even reading it because he's reciting it all from memory, having read it 1,000 times. No, there was no scratch marks at all. The only thing marks that were found on the windowsill were two small scrapes in the side, which looked like they either came from either a key or some other instrument, as well as some cigarette burns. That was it.
If there's no prints or anything, no footprints left behind, that's possible still flight, but
Not
said
for
there's
something
no-
this big. Not inside.
teleportation then?
That's my thought.
They summoned it in.
That's the other thought.
So, possible demon,
Or worse.
deity. Deity would also going to be a good example of something like that.
Okay. Well, I don't think we're gonna solve this here. Unfortunately, this is far too old, and unless it happens again, and we get new evidence, all we get is speculation. But Vinny, I'll confirm this for you. This was supernatural. You stop fretting about finding some random person out there who committed these.
Yeah. Well, at least that answers that question.
It's definitely supernatural, man. I give you that too. Whatever it is, it ain't human. It may look like a human, but it definitely ain't human.
Thank you guys. Appreciate your listening to this. At least confirmed that little theory. At least confirmed that little bit of a theory.
Although, I'm going to redo my own assessment. Given this was inside a building, and this is something of incredible strength and not size, there would have been damage to the surrounding building if it was that big, even if it had a great intelligence.
So definitely average human size, probably
Maybe a little bigger.
bigger than me, maybe. Definitely
Might be able to
supernatural
alter its,
strength.
might be able to alter its physiology and attack with something bigger, but
That would definitely be more along the line of a deity. Then again, shapeshifting, or well, almost shapeshifter.
possibly. Without extra information, we could throw speculation at the wall and nothing will ever stick.
But with a shapeshifter, that still may not explain the rotting, because I mean, I don't know if they can
No.
actually.
That's the key piece. That's
Something
the
that-
thing. I'm pretty sure it's venom, a type of venom.
Well, that leaves
Wrap it on
demon or
psychosis.
something of demonic nature, or celestial nature in that case. Not your celestial. I'm talking about other pantheon.
No, a lot of us tend to use fire. Oh,
There, I don't know. Weren't there demons that could use or wield poison and all that shit?
there's demons that can do a lot of things, and there's many things that use poison and that don't exist in this world exclusively. But that the necrosis here, the rot as you call it, that's the point of information you start with. Because there's also the possibility that after these people were killed, these wounds were committed post-mortem. It'd be very hard to tell with the rot. You would probably need to be specifically looking for it.
He looks back, thinks about it for a minute. You know, is Francis around?
can
No
be.
idea.
You could drag me from my classroom, I guess.
Okay.
Oh no, this would probably
I'll
be
go.
like 3 in the morning. So
Is he-
actually, like,
You could
So I
drag
prob-
me from my office, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in his office
You know what?
with a newspaper over his face. He's got his feet up on his desk. He's snoring loudly. You can hear it echoing down the halls. Like, yep, Francis is in.
Is Francis
You know
around?
what? I'll be right back.
Okay.
actually, you know what? You go get him. See if Nathaniel's around. Would Nathaniel happen to be around the archives at 3 in the morning?
We did say
Or is this-
he was
Oh wait,
sent to
he's away.
Florida.
Fuck! Alright, never
He's
mind.
away for his little mental trip.
This can happen way later when
That. Yeah,
when he's around. That's fine. You know, the time limit's not an issue.
I mean, if you want to make it like 3 weeks from the day that we finished the last one.
But the interview
sure.
can happen on nebulous time, yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is
Oh, that's
So-
perfectly fine. Yeah, because the whole point is we can even delay it. Where reason I wanted Francis specifically because I want to go talk to the medical examiner. You know, to
Yeah.
see if being it's been a couple of years, but assuming the guy's still working, even if he's retired, I still want to find him. Go to his house, talk to him about this old case. I want Francis there because I've seen Francis talk about how he can spot a lie a mile away. Well, he'd be a good guy to have around during this kind of conversation.
And
how
And I-
how. Go ahead.
And I just wanted to ask Nathaniel if he if he'd ever seen or heard of a case file like this, since he works for a national agency. So
Well,
it can wait
yeah,
till he gets
exactly.
back.
But no, how Cain is
Yeah.
gonna wake Francis up? He's gonna walk in his office, grab him. Because I just imagine Francis has got his legs up on the desk. He's leaned back in the chair, the newspaper over his head.
No, you just
Kane's-
wheel the chair out. And
Oh,
he's
no.
asleep the entire way until we get to the thing.
No, he's not high yet.
Kane's gonna grab
That's
him
a
by his
fucking
legs.
task.
It's
Kane's gonna
it's
just grab
that
him by the
late that
leg.
You are deeply asleep.
Kane's just
No,
gonna
the
grab him by
chair,
the leg.
no, the chair's wheels are deliberately squeaky for that reason.
It doesn't matter. You totally sleep through it, and as you're being dragged along the hall by your feet, they can hear you mutter in your sleep. You're like, yes, touch the tinfoil.
Delicious foil.
You know, it's
I
funny.
like the way it feels on my teeth.
I played today while you wait here, and I was thinking of the guy who was the alien hunter. And all I could think about was Francis.
Yeah, Francis wakes up and immediately points his gun at the first person he sees. Because he realizes
Which happens
he's
to be
no longer
Vinny.
in his office.
Because we set you up in interview position with Vinny. That's unnecessary, Francis. Put the goddamn gun down.
Francis will look around and be like, God damn it.
Well, you wouldn't wake up.
There is literally a sign on the door that says no soliciting and no kidnapping.
You didn't
Oh wait,
kidnap
there
you.
was.
You're still on campus.
Kane's
Yeah,
like,
but see, here's the thing, right?
there
Earlier,
was.
a guy came along doing some like hallway cleaning, and as he was dusting your door, he knocked the sign down, so it's actually turned the wrong way now.
And it says yes soliciting. Or no soliciting, yes kidnapping.
Exactly.
That's it. This
This
sounds like
is a sign that this is a sign that you wrote years ago when you were actually like bandying around the idea of a woman breaking into your office and kidnapping you for kinky reasons. And then you had to turn the sign around because it happened way too many times. And you did not enjoy any of them.
Francis, Vinny has a. Actually, we all have some questions for you related to a case that Vinny has. And you look in. All the files are arranged out in front of you.
Well, Francis will read through them, look at the pictures, look at the sheets.
So, because this happened years ago and there is no body to examine anymore, all we have is speculation, but we have a few working, well, I wouldn't even call them theories at this point. They're
Ideas.
maybe half a step above speculation. The rot here, and I will point to the pictures and then the parts in the file. I think this is rapid onset necrosis from venom.
Francis will look at it. Well, it definitely looks like necrosis.
The big theory, the biggest hurdle is the amount of damage. Was this done in one blow, or were these bodies savaged post-mortem?
Francis will pull out his magnifying glass from his hat and just look at them.
You know what? Kane's gonna take off the hat and look at it. Where the fuck did you grab that from? There's no room in there for that.
Reaches into it, pulls out a teacup. Tea? I like my hat. It's full of surprises.
And Kane's just gonna very slowly put it back down on your head.
The hat of only Francis can activate.
It's his own hammer space. It's his own little personal hammer space.
No, it's Hatter space.
Yes.
Exactly!
Mad Hatter's
See,
face.
you get it? Somebody finally made the joke and it wasn't me.
Dude, that joke got made ages ago.
Yeah.
Was it?
I love it.
Yeah.
At some point ages ago, the joke of Hatter Space was made.
Fair enough.
Because we were discussing Hammer Space before. Yeah, because
Well,
if memory serves, technically Nathaniel's jacket qualifies as Hammer Space because he has an SMG in there, which specifically is a Tommy gun, which is not
Yes.
exactly an inconsiderably sized weapon.
It doesn't have the round magazine. Doesn't have
I
drum
thought it
mag.
did.
Couldn't say the word. It doesn't have the drum mag. It's the regular stick mag.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Because I just think that's hilarious. The idea, like you pulling out a Tommy gun with a 50-round drum mag, and people be like, "How the hell did you hide that in there?"
Yeah, it's much easier to conceal with the stick.
Kane's gonna look at the hat.
Yeah.
You know what? That's honestly not even the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Whatever.
No,
well,
these
Francis will
pictures
look
are
at
the
the
weirdest
image.
thing we've seen.
Yeah, well, Francis will look at the images. The amount of brutality,
Yes.
but it looks like if anything, it only comes from one singular spot. He
Oh,
points to the
actually, I was
patterns
going to
on
say
there.
about this. Did we ever qualify that my SMG is in fact a Thompson?
I think we did.
I mean, we've been saying it for so long.
it was
I can assume
at least a Tommy gun, yeah.
Okay, well, that's because I prefer an MP20, but
I mean, if you want it to be an MP20, go for it.
It's an MP20 now. You come back with one.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I have
SMG,
a
if you wanna
bizarre
pull
bizarre IRL obsession with that gun.
it, fair enough. If you want it to be that, then it's that.
As long as it's within the era.
Machine pistol model 1920.
All right, good.
Fair enough. What did you say these pictures were from?
What or when?
Both.
It's from an old case back when I was working on the police force about 9 years ago.
Hmm.
August 15th.
Pity the color camera hasn't been invented yet.
August 15th on
Imagine.
yeah, this is the, and it tells you the address, you know, where we came from, and just the apartment building where it was happening. We got the call at 11:15 p.m. We arrived at 11:27. Yeah, that's when I saw this.
Definitely doesn't feel natural, especially with the amount of necrosis.
The thing is, I was going to ask you, you have that thing where you're able to, you know, sniff out a lie a mile away?
Yes.
If I can still get a hold of the medical examiner, I don't know if he's still working or if he's, meaning if it's still the same guy or if he's retired. I'd
Well,
like
if he's
to.
alive.
Yeah. So hopefully he still is, and if he still is, then I'd like to see if I can get him to talk. And then if so, I'd like to get, I'd like to have you in the room. Just in case
can
he's trying
definitely
to
help
cover
out with
something
that.
up.
I can definitely help out with that.
Appreciate that.
So why have you guys So if you guys literally just dragged me here in 3 o'clock in the morning to ask that question?
Well, I wanted to get your opinion on it, and I'll be honest, it's been on my mind a long time.
Francis will loudly sip from his teacup. Fair enough.
We were here. We were awake. I
can see,
figured
like,
we
the-
were off doing something with newspapers, not actually sleeping.
You can see like the bags underneath my eyes because I slept a couple of days. You know.
No, this is last week's newspaper. I use that specifically for sleeping.
And the crosswords.
But
Yes.
you. had
Now you
told-
say you use that
Always
exclusively
have
for
trouble with
sleeping.
diagonals.
I get what you meant. That like you use it to like conceal the fact you're sleeping or disguise whatever. But in my head, when you said that I use it exclusively for sleeping, that you just like make a nest out of the newspaper,
I mean, MIT would have enough.
like a
probably.
bird that makes nests.
Somehow, in wherever it was we sent you to, you get hit, you get splashed with a cup of tea.
You know, I'm gonna have to start going back through this stuff and using them for AI prompts, just so I can make some AI gore of these mental images I get.
Wonder how many times you're gonna have to enter to get something not cursed.
Well, I mean,
AI, everything's cursed.
I'd be going for something cursed.
Touche.
Because like the mental image there is literally a bird's nest, but made out of newspaper with a man dressed as a 1920s school teacher nesting inside it, pretending to be an egg.
Pretending to be an
Waiting for the Great Raven to take him to the
Yeah.
asylum.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. See, you know the exact scene I'm picturing. Yeah, there's a giant raven
the
off to the
asylum
side
that-
that just looks very disappointed.
I just love the idea that like at the asylum that Nathaniel is currently at, they just have like like stores. They have those like banned customers, like just pictures of them. They're like
Yeah.
Francis is up there.
Yep. Francis is the
What did
first
he
one
do
in
to
the
get
list.
banned from a friggin' asylum? You don't want to know. But
Yeah, exactly.
you don't want to know.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You're not on like, we do not ever allow this person to be sent here. This is we do not allow this person to enter the grounds. Because you used to be staff there, except you led to some very difficult issues with the fact that you can always tell when people are lying. That's how you got it, by working there and speaking to mental people, and you are yourself mental because of it. But yeah, anytime someone comes in and like, why is this one dude not allowed on the grounds here? That is one of those things where the older orderly just pats him on the shoulder and like, don't ask questions, the management will make you disappear.
Oh, cool. That's an upgrade from how my boss treats me. At least in Nathaniel's case.
Well, no, because we're talking about in your case. I mean, hell, your boss ain't going to fire you. You've got blackmail.
Yeah. That's true.
You know many.
You have
details
better than
about
tenure.
life. Yeah,
Yeah, you
your
have
job is
blackmail.
secured. I mean, no one will ever believe what your blackmail is, but that doesn't change the fact that it's there.
You have double secret tenure.
Yeah, but of course the problem is, anytime you think about that blackmail, you get that weird look in your eye and you start staring into the middle distance.
Yeah,
The
pretty
wind
much.
starts to howl, you start hearing like artillery shells in the background, and people screaming as they drown in mud.
Yes, I have my Saving Private Ryan flashbacks.
I'm not talking about Saving Private Ryan flashbacks. I'm talking about the even more horrible ones that happened during the First World War in...
The trenches.
Stop thinking about Versailles. No, it's actually a place that my mother lost 2 uncles in. There were 2 major battles, and a lot of people don't want to know what
Okay,
happened to their
You
people there.
need to consider this. Like, how old is your mother that she lost 2 uncles in World War One? Like, do the math on this. Are you sure they were
Alright,
uncles and not
have
like
missed out
great
the word
uncle?
great. Yeah, I may have missed out the
Yeah,
word
okay.
great, but the
Okay.
point is, yeah, horrible shit. It was the original 1,000 yards there.
Fair
Well,
enough.
yeah, with the trenches and mustard gas and all that nonsense, and the
Yeah.
the trench
Well,
rot
I
they
mean-
went through.
I mean, the whole thing is, if they were lucky, they probably never even made it 10 steps from the trains.
Damn. Okay.
Well, on that downer.
Going back to Francis. Francis, what are you doing with the information that you have in front of you?
Oh, Francis reading through it. Noticing that it's a lot of brutality, but all the necrosis seems to center from one point. So he will do the thing where he reorganizes it because it's all laid out on the table. We should go find that medical director.
Well, not at 3 a.m. You're not. Well, we don't mind waking you up. The random civilian.
Francis pulls out his gun, turns on a heel. Let's go find that person, and immediately gets grabbed by the back of the collar. No, sit down. It's 3 a.m.
We are used to it.
You know what? That's fair.
No,
I'm
I'll
used
look
to
over.
not sleeping, so it's fine.
Well, I'll look over at Vinny, who clearly hasn't slept properly in a couple days. You, on the other hand, need to get some sleep.
I can render him unconscious.
Yeah,
I
I'll
said
be
sleep,
alright.
not unconscious.
Yeah, she's unconscious. No.
I'll be alright. I just need to
Yes.
get a.
No,
yeah,
no,
let
no,
me
no.
get a, let me get a few hours, and I'll be alright.
I hold out a hand mirror. Have you look at yourself. You need more than just a couple hours.
I always look this bad.
No, you don't.
This is when you start hallucinating. Hey, good looking.
No.
And here's the other thing. I'm pretty sure both of these guys will agree with me.
I was to say, I'm perfectly fine, and President Washington over there agrees with me. He's just staring at an empty chair.
And Lincoln's gonna be pissed.
You need sleep.
If you refuse, I'm grabbing the rope.
Ease up.
You're going to
Ease
sleep.
up. Ease up. Ease up.
Would you like some morphine to aid your
Let
sleep?
me just get a few hours. Really? You're gonna
Elbow
seriously-
shrug. It can help.
How about I do it the old-fashioned way? I'm gonna go grab one of the back offices, and I'm gonna go catch some Z's. So
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that's fine. As
Would
long
you
as
like
you
some
sleep, I
alcohol
don't
to
give a
aid
shit.
with your sleep?
as I'm walking past there, I look over at look over at Francis the newspaper, like take the one part that's got the funnies on it, and along with the crossword. Take that into the bag for my
You
nap.
find that the crossword is filled with pencil, and none of the answers are right. Yet somehow they still make complete words.
If you put them in the correct order,
The fuck is a gizofrick?
it pops into the room.
What the?
Yeah, Francis will
Note
look at
to
it and be like,
self: never, ever read anything Francis writes. Ever,
That's the thing.
ever read that.
It's this little slimy green thing that looks like it should walk on 4 legs, but it walks on 2. It has 3 eyes. They blink asynchronously at you before it runs out of the room.
Blink asynchronousy, waves one hand, yo, and then takes off out of the room.
no, hey, Al.
This is the other signal that you need to get some sleep.
And nobody else saw it.
But no, that's the thing. As you head back, you do that in the room, in the back office. The 3 of us are just having some idle chit chat before breaking. Francis stops, turns, snaps his head behind him. Gizzlefrick is free.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm gonna do something that would have happened last session, but you were not able to be there, Vinny. When you ended up going paralyzed compared to everybody else and ended up in a different world, give us an idea of what that world was, because that's your dream for that night.
Oh, you mean? Can you give me a little bit of context as far as when everybody got paralyzed, what they saw, and then I'll make my own version of it.
Something similar to Wizard of Oz or Alice in Wonderland.
Got it. Okay. As he's trying to get ready to fall asleep like this, he can just kind of hear like this weird trumpeting, like out of some type of brass instrument, whether it be a trumpet or a trombone or something like that. And it's very soft and but it's making this weird little melody. And he looks off to the right, and you can just see these like weird conga line of like these odd looking animals with a large question mark with that, because they have shapes of the faces are like elephants, but the bodies are small, almost like pixie size, maybe like a foot and a half tall, if that. The first one is carrying a large trumpet that's being held by the trunk instead of like the arms and the side, up to its mouth and then blowing outward and playing music. And all the rest of them are these weird psychedelic colors, and I mean like bright pinks and oranges and blues, along with various shades of green, as they proceed to walking towards my position, leaping over me and creating this weird bridge made out of leaves, gum, and small yellow bricks that refuse to fall. And then proceeded to walk past me, and the entire time singing in this weird, odd language that sounds like you're playing a Chipmunks record backwards. To which, after about 30 seconds or maybe a minute or so, they seem to be getting to the end of the line as they start moving past me. Except the last one turns around and stares at me and waves, almost in a recognizable type of fashion, glancing at me and sort of waving me along like I should be joining them. Perhaps it would be fun. Perhaps it would be intriguing to go along with the parade of whatever else it is in this, but that would also make absolutely no sense, as I'm even trying to close my eyes and to ignore the sentiment. The music just never goes away. And even as my sleep starts to succumb to me and my brain starts to shut down, I can just still hear that tune over and over again as it continues to play.
Yes, you will be Gizelfrick's new host. Yes.
Wake back up. I wake back up with a bad cold, and why is that snot down my nose? Oh, God. The snot's winking at me.
You fall backwards on your chair as you're trying to deal with it.
God damn it, Francis!
Francis won't even look up from his coffee.
Well, no, you're hunting Gizelfrick.
That's easy.
You gotta trap him back in the newspaper.
That's easy. I just need a whole different newspaper.
So you managed to have this massive, let's say, a flashback dream to what you went through just a few days, well, just a couple weeks ago. This would probably be about 3 weeks into it. Yeah, it doesn't sit right with you that you were just paralyzed in a different world, or felt like a different world for so long, while everybody else was fighting and you were sitting on the sidelines, and you had only done one thing, and that is you did manage to hurt one of the satyrs before you ended up going all weird. But you get some sleep after you fall back to sleep pretty good, and this time you could wake up. Well, I don't care what time you wake up, but you probably wake up a few hours later after you've taken care of the booger, and you can. What do you want to do then?
Well, after I finally get some sleep, you're looking at the time period. I'll then call the station and find out. Looking at the notes and stuff for the medical examiner at the time. I want to talk to the current medical examiner to find out if it's the same guy, or if the previous one is he to a different department? Has he moved up? Is he retired? That kind of a thing.
All right, so you want to talk to the present one. You've talked to them before, and it's actually a female, and you know
Right.
that coroner was not a female before.
Yeah, want to see if maybe she's got a contact or has been in contact with the previous one at all.
Yeah, you'll be allowed to talk to her. She's kind of busy wrapping up the last few that happened over the few weeks that the ones you were involved with. She's wrapping up all that, but yeah, you could get a hold of her. Can I help you?
Yes. Is this Dr. Sinclair?
That's the name that you had on the.
No, that's the name of the current medical examiner.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Dr. Sinclair.
Doctor, this is Vincent Finch. Used to be was an officer with the police department about 8 years ago. I wanted to add, I'm now currently a detective. Well, private detective for the private sector. And I wanted to talk to you about an old case. I was hoping actually to talk to either yourself or, best case, the previous medical examiner, Dr. Hetch. I don't know if you were able to, or still in contact with him at all, or if he's somewhere else in the department.
Dr. Hetch, he retired before I became the coroner.
Okay, you wouldn't happen to have any contact information for him, would you?
If you give me a bit, I could look it up. I should have it in one of my books here. And she starts to go look for some books. Because you're brought to her office. Yeah, I do have he's not too far from here, actually. He stayed in Boston.
Okay. May I get the address from you, please?
Sure.
Blah, blah, blah address. And so
Yeah.
on. Okay.
I don't know if he'll be able to help you or not, if he even remembers, but yeah, he's retired. He's been retired. Actually, he retired about 9 years ago. It might have been a forced retire.
Well, that's all right. Let me see if I can get in contact with him, because I want to talk to him about. It's an old case. Case number 1163.
I can look that up. I haven't. You want me to look that? I don't think I have the paperwork for that.
It's okay. It's okay. It's an older case.
It's probably in cold case.
It is.
So you'll have to go to talk to the police officers.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
And see if you can get the information for that case. That way.
Sure. Well,
Because we don't keep the cold cases. Those
Thank
are
you, Doctor.
sent back to the department. So. Anyway. If that helped you, good luck with your search.
thank you, Doctor. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Then I get out, get in the car, and start walking back.
Alright. You walk back. Do you take anybody with you when you go to see Hatch or go to the department?
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab. Let's see who's around here, because at the minimum I need Francis with me.
I mean, Francis isn't that hard to find. If he's not in the archives, he's in a library. If he's not in the library, he's teaching his class.
He's teaching a class, and the kids are bored. some of them have
Falling
started
asleep.
falling asleep in his class.
Talking about fucking bugs again.
No, now he's talking about something different.
No, today is liberology. Don't ask me what liberology is. I think it's a study of books, but I could be wrong.
Well, look it up.
I'm not even sure it's an actual word.
Liberalology?
No, liberology. L-I-B-R-ology.
No. No.
Now, when you say the study of books, like, I'm not quite sure.
Stop that. Cat?
Like, just like the study of the science of book making, because it would come from biblio. That's Latin for book, but
Right. It
So,
wouldn't be
it's literally the study of books themselves. So it would be bibliology.
Well, he said liberology. I have made up a word. Every now and again, this happens in Francis's classes. Things go entirely off the rails.
And they totally just decided to start walking out because this doesn't make any sense to them.
So, suddenly, Vinny shows up. Everybody sees the detective, and it's like, oh, finally, entertainment.
Liberology would be the study of freedom.
That sounds better. So
You gotta pay a lot for that class.
yeah. But no, people just start walking out because it's just not.
Then they see the cop showing up, and it's like, oh, hey, finally, entertainment.
Entertainment. That puts them all sitting back down. They're like, what is this? Okay, this is interesting. And they're watching the whole segment of you guys talking.
So, did you figure out where we need to go?
I think he's talking to you, Vinny.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question.
So, did you figure out where we need to go?
Yeah, I've got the address of the doctor that was the forensic doctor back then. Maybe we can we'll head over there and start talking to him. And what I'll need you to do though is I'm going to tell him that you are working with me.
I mean,
So, I just
that's
need you-
true.
Right, but I'm gonna be flashing the bat. You'll be working with me as one of part of the detective agency. So just follow my lead.
Hey, you lead, I'll follow. Class, be responsible while I'm not here.
A paper airplane hits you in the head.
They decide to. As soon as you walk out, they'll decide to leave.
You come back 5 hours later, your desk is missing.
How did they steal the chalkboard? That's been
Oh,
built in
man.
so long.
Oh, man, that's the third one this week.
That took effort.
Damn you, Gisselfrick!
Yep, that's not going anywhere.
Francis tells them to be responsible. Always comes back to find them having managed to stream.
Little prick. Okay. So, Vinny, do you choose to take anyone else with you?
Yeah, everybody's more than welcome to come. I just don't want to do like 10 people in the middle of an interview. But yeah, everybody's more than welcome to come.
We should bring Cain. We might need a bodyguard.
I guess the old medical examiner?
Why would
You
you
never
use
know
Cain?
who might be. You never know who might be watching.
Oh yes, like Gisselfrick's gonna be watching.
No, Gizzlefrick is the least of my problems. Gizzlefrick is small.
Do not say that name. You know what'll
Oh, like
happen.
Beetlejuice?
Francis would try to backhand Cain, only to be met with ouch.
Basically, it's like slapping, backhanding a brick wall.
Yeah,
Not
that
supposed
was
to hurt.
Ow. Yeah, but not me.
Ow. Hey, get on my level then.
Francis just looks up at the giant wall of meat. No thanks.
All right. So you
And on that
decide to take-
bombshell, I'm gonna go get myself some food. I'll be right back.
Like
Okay.
Lapis.
Anyone else that would like to go with Vinny? Is Elle or Nathaniel going with?
Am I back from my sabbatical yet?
Yeah, this is the 3rd week.
Okay.
You had a 2-week
So
suspension.
Nathaniel just like walks in. So Nathaniel just walks in, talking to Huey and Lewis. Sees everybody going up. Okay, what exactly is going on here?
Oh, Elle's not going with. They have other things they got to deal with.
Okay.
Like they're gonna go bug medical examiner about old files.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I'm bored. Never mind.
Want some help? Like,
Actually, yes, go with them. Listen to what they have to say, and see if you know anything about other cases of similar. Other similar
okay,
cases.
but like,
I don't know where I was going
what's
with
the
that.
case?
Hand you the files. You're having a chance to read it on the way there.
Cain will just walk off. I'm bored.
Couple deaths, massive trauma, rot that might be rapid onset necrosis. We're not sure. That's why they're going to talk to the medical examiner to see what he remembers.
And how long ago was this?
9 years.
Okay. Official cause of death?
It's in the file somewhere.
Like, I'm looking at the files. Like,
It's in the file somewhere, and I put Vinny in front of me to answer the question.
Yeah, official cause of death was written down as blood loss due to extreme trauma. Extreme external trauma.
well, I mean, it's like that's probably true, but any clues as to what caused said extreme external trauma?
Well, the photographs, when you look at the photographs, where I don't know if did you hear the descriptions earlier about all of the
You probably didn't.
from all the cuts and stuff like that.
Not like a little bit, but give me like a
Sure. Short version. It looks like something hit the victim with a single swipe. It looks like from an extreme force. Like, imagine getting hit by a Krynos werewolf. That's
okay, so
a little bit bigger.
massive,
Yeah.
like massive sudden force. Now,
Yeah.
like massive
Extreme,
sudden
yeah.
force behind a sharp edge, or just massive sudden force, like clear cleaving off.
It looks like a sharp edge, but like from like a clawed type of hand, or maybe a bite of some type. There
Okay.
are what looks like chew marks, on various areas of the body.
Let me guess, they wrote it off as animal attack.
Oh, they just wrote it off as a death due to extreme here, and it's left as a cold case because nobody can really explain it.
You're thinking Wolfman?
I have no idea. The wolf thing that we saw would be able to hit ridiculously hard, but not this hard.
Well,
I don't
That
think
wasn't
so.
that wasn't a wolf thing though. That was a satyr thing, right? That was a Philatides thing.
I wouldn't know. from what I've seen. I don't know. From what I can tell, it's just
All right. Let's talk to the coroner. Or medical examiner. I'm not sure if a coroner position technically exists yet, but there's some kind of examiner.
I'm going to talk to him because I want to go find out if he's remembers anything from the case or if there's anything more to it that they're not telling me.
Sure. Like some assistance, or...
Please. Yeah, I can use all the ears I can.
Alright.
All right, so...
So, what brings this up all of a sudden?
This is just an old case that is honestly the reason why I left the force. And I want to put an end to it. I want to trying to get some answers.
Trying to catch the one that got away. Oh yeah, I'm back, by the way.
Alright. Just curious. If there had been, like, a new death under similar circumstances. That's why, but sure. I mean, you've got the time, and you have significantly stranger resources than previous, so...
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I mean, worst case scenario, we start uncovering this and we end up chasing the monster all over again.
So, let's be on our way then.
Onward and upward. Excelsior!
All right, go to the house, go to the guy's address, and call me, knock on the door.
At what time do you say that you want to be there?
Like 1 in the afternoon.
Okay, he'll be awake. So you knock on the door, and you see an old man open the door. You have seen his face before when you had talked to the coroner for the first time, and you do remember that, but he is kind of older. He is, after all, it's been 9 years, and he was up there, but he was not ready to retire. As you kind of felt like he had probably about 10-15 more years on him before he would retire.
Yeah.
Hello? Why? Can I help you?
Good evening, sir. My name is Vincent Finch. I hold up my badge. Detective Vincent Finch. These men, and we're here on representing the blah 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 police, Boston Police Department. I wanted to actually ask you about a very old case from about 9 years ago. Case number 1143.
Not that one. Anyone but that one.
Unfortunately, I'd like to sit down and talk with you some more about it, if I may.
Okay, and your friends here?
I'm sorry?
And your friends here? I don't remember seeing them. I don't remember your name, but I remember seeing you before.
Yeah, back then I was a officer Vincent Finch.
And you're not now?
I'm in the private sector.
I see. And your friends here that are with you?
They work for me. They're here more for their to get another fresh pairs of eyes on this kind of a case. Being so many of us went at it back then, and it sat into a cold case file and I'd like to try to get some answers.
He is literally losing sleep over this. Please help him.
It's been 9 years.
I
We
know.
never said it was rational.
Surely you have records.
So I'd like to show you all of the old records from back then. If you have anything on your side that you can hear, and I'd love to hear your viewpoint as far as what you saw and what you dealt with, and your opinion on the topic, if I may.
If we're going to take the time to do a, I suppose interrogation is the correct term, but it's like not in any way hostile or competitive. It's just, asking questions, things like that. Might I attempt and investigate a mystery?
Sure. I think you guys are making your own mystery right now. And you failed.
Well,
Hooray!
I don't know what happens when you fail investigate a mystery beyond just
you just
don't get it.
You get nothing,
You
or
just
you
get nothing.
or you get
Alright.
necronius information.
Fair enough. I'll give myself some experience and then pipe down.
Okay.
So I retell the entire scenario of what happened. I also show him all the files, go through and recite, the whole case from beginning to end. Show him all the photographs, show him, everything on it. The one big thing I want to pay attention to is his reactions to it,
Mm-hmm.
and body language and stuff like that. I don't know if you want me to just take it, just to role play it out, or do you want me to roll for
We're
that?
gonna
or
role play it out because we got time.
Well, I don't, because I gotta go to bed here shortly.
True. We
I
can
mean,
do
even if it's just for the perceiving the body language, is fine.
you could do the body language. Roll that out through.
Would that be investigate a mystery, or would that
Yes,
be?
go ahead and do investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Hopefully you get a good one. Now you got a mixed success. Okay, cool. All right.
Damn ones.
Eh,
So, as said before, you're set up investigate a mystery. You can ask a lot of questions if you like, and you do have, I think.
My one question, because I'm allowed one. In this case here, it'd be specific to I'm watching the doctor's reactions, like body language wise. Is it looking like where he's looking at it from a revulsion, or is he annoyed, or is it like is he reacting to this case like I do? Like where it's something that's been haunting him, that he's
Oh,
scared
it's
of.
definitely been haunting him because it's the one thing that got him out of the force, or got him out of the being a coroner.
Is it something that scares him, or is he trying to hide something?
He
That
is
kind
going
of
to be
thing.
hiding something.
Okay, he's like
So
me,
he
like
looks-
kind of
he's-
evasive with some of
He's
his
kind
details.
of
or-
evasive with his details. He's kind of aloof. He does respond with saying that this was is basically due to trauma, and you can take it from there. He did not put the right thing on the death certificate. And that, yeah, he does feel like it is definitely one that's haunting him.
Out of curiosity, sir, when you wrote up your the certificate for the cause of death, why'd you write it up this way?
Because I had to.
What do you mean by that?
You know what a cover-up is.
Very familiar.
I was told to cover it up.
Who told you that?
One of the police in the department.
Who?
It was the chief. At that time.
Gonzalez?
Yeah. Because nothing made sense.
Gonzalez told
It
what?
was more like
what-
leprosy given it all at once than it was trauma.
Gonzalez specifically said what to you?
He told me to make it go away.
Do you ever
Out of
tell you?
curiosity, since you filed out the original reports, the wounds, did they look like they had started bleeding before or after death? Because the path of necrosis doesn't make any sense, nor do the amount of injuries on the body.
It was like it was
To be
eating
fair,
them.
I'm not sure that standard ability to tell how close to death something like that would have occurred. I don't think we actually had the medical understanding in 1929 to be able to determine.
We had the understanding, just not the ability to apply a lot of principles to it. That's why we know blood coagulates at around room temperature.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure in 1925 CSI doesn't come in and be like, ah, yes, he was killed 15 minutes prior to this blood splatter.
The blood
No,
was
we
taken
have
out.
nothing to
Always
actually-
be
I'm
able
not
to
sure
tell
they
you, like,
have. I'm not sure they
30
have body
hours.
farms yet, but I'll point
Yeah.
out. Yeah, they probably don't have body farms yet, but I'll point out that whatever information remains from there, like again, we're Monster of the Week protagonists. We're supposed to be a cut above and like, you know, using futuristic stuff. Like, is it possible for him to look at this and try to estimate that himself? Look at remaining evidence, even if the coroner doesn't. Like, he's supposed to be smarter and have extra knowledge than your average medical examiner.
Right. The blood was taken out before, not after.
So, whoever did this decided to just straight up brutalize the body for no other apparent reason.
No. It seemed like it happened. The blood was taken before, but it was replaced with leprosy type. But
Interesting.
but
Wait, the blood was replaced with leprosy?
The blood was turned to basically black venom.
Oh, okay.
Whoever did it brutalized the body just so that they could do it. Like,
But-
odds are good the person was already dead when they started.
first of all, I don't want my name coming up again. And you didn't hear this from me.
Gonzalez told you to cover it up, but he never told you why.
No.
Now, keeping a double check, Gonzalez is retired now, right? Or is he still part of the force?
He's retired.
Good.
Makes him easier to find next week.
Thank you. Very good. Because, yeah, I was going to say, because I got to run the
Burner
page
starts
over.
sweating profusely, and under his voice, he's like, oh fuck, I'm totally going to die, I'm going to get murdered.
I'm gonna get murdered.
Is that a damn thing?
Yep, because Gonzalez is, no, he's not gonna like this.
No, that's why this is when we bring Cain with us.
Yeah, the camera pans over and it does one of those transitions where it moves through a wall. It comes out on the other side and you just see Gonzalez standing there cocking a shotgun and he's got like a wall of guns.
They're gonna
It's
come
like,
for me. I know they're gonna come for me.
My paranoia's tingling. That one case is coming back to bite me in the ass.
The shadowy figure sitting inside the room. We tried
Yeah.
to warn you, Mr. Gonzalez, but unfortunately,
Yeah, you see
didn't
a
listen.
small flare as a guy in a black suit is lit slightly by lighting a cigarette, but you can't see his face because of the way he's holding it.
I have a bit of a question. Did Gonzalez ever ask you to just look the other way on some other cases?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the police do that.
Do you have so you obviously still have records of all of these. We need to talk to Gonzalez. Huey, Lewis, can you go through all of these records and find any of the ones that look suspicious?
Yeah, everyone else
Francis
needs to
would-
make a sharp roll for how high they jump as two random government agents step out of Nathaniel's shadow.
Jesus.
I'm down.
I thought you said they were with you. I
Did-
didn't say the
Did he say that earlier?
FBI. Yeah. I didn't,
Fair enough.
I didn't think
it
the
must be well
FBI
with
was going to
it.
be here too.
Francis
No,
will
this is me
I mean, the
stepping
big
out
boy
and
is
shouting
gonna
at
be
them
here.
because they were waiting in the car.
Oh.
Francis will not jump, but be like, "Where
They're
the
very
fuck did
lucky
they
that
get
it's the
from?"
middle of winter. I would have left them locked in a hot car with the windows rolled up.
Oh my god.
Is it your? Do the windows on your paddy wagon go down?
That's the point.
Wait
Exactly.
a minute. Wait a minute. You are saying you would functionally leave your own men in an oven?
Dude, they are grown men. If they want to get out, they can.
He just said they'd be locked in there.
Do you understand how
They have
how
guns.
the locks on car doors work? Like,
They also have
It's a-
guns.
It's a
Yeah, I mean,
paddy
I-
wagon. I'm sure it only locks from the outside.
Why
Well, yeah,
would?
yes, the back of it, that's the monster cage. But we've already substantiated that multiple people can sit in the front of his truck. It's not super cramped.
Right. Okay, guys.
Tell you all
I gotta
that's
jump
fine.
off.
I'll make the main point.
And we'll deal with that next time. And we're gonna go back to Cain because Cain didn't get to do his story part. So Cain, are you here?
No.
Damn it.
Okay, move on.
Yay!
Oh, well, let's
Alright,
just
so we're
remove
not
Cain for the
gonna-
story.
Ah, fuck.
Cain, what's your day of the life for the last month?
Other than helping Vinny out when he asked, basically spending time with Kara, getting everything that Cain actually moves, which isn't actually, which is surprisingly not a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really
moved in with
surprisingly.
Kara's.
Also, do you go back to hunting that werewolf?
Oh, the room? Or wait, hold on. Which werewolf?
The one you wanted to hunt?
Wait, there's a wolfman hereabouts?
No, not here. Well, I am also while hanging out with Kara, helping her around the shop and all that. Getting harassed by Kara. Cain threatening to go to HR over Kara. Like, wait, you are HR. Fuck.
I will go to HR.
That's the point.
Who's above
You
you?
figured it out.
Who's above you? My mother.
Well,
End of
go to your
discussion.
mom then.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
technically
you can't.
speaking, like, yeah, like
What?
who's above you? When the question's asked to Kara, she points at the roof and says, "My apartment. Get the fuck out of my shop."
You know, fair point.
So
There's also vigorous, very loud sex, I'm sure.
Well, like I said, that's part of sexual harassment.
Yes, there's a sign on the wall, you know, saying sexual harassment will not be reported. It will, however, be graded.
I love that.
Wow.
Other than that,
Hey,
Kane's
when
gonna
it
do.
comes to people consenting to the weird shit that they do, like, fair enough.
Is it really harassment if it's consensual?
When Cain is
Well,
okay,
working
prior
around,
to-
If we need to be technical about it, there's a lot of like weird power dynamic stuff that comes up in this, like how consensual can something be when there's a a severe enough power imbalance between the two, which is why we're not going to go into that, which is why that the whole like sex drive thing that doesn't belong in an actual workplace. Now,
it's more
granted,
like
Yes, clearly.
1929.
Yeah,
Nobody cares. You can
I mean,
slap
the
the
entire
secretary
thing-
on the ass. It's normal.
Like the entire thing is, prior to agreeing to have Cain assist her in the shop, she was the only person working there.
Yes.
it's where I made the joke of.
Which considering how like much hassle you can get as a shopkeeper in the 1920s, kind of says something about her character, that she's not afraid to jump over the counter and punch a mofo in the face.
Yeah.
If it
In
means
fact, I'm sure
saving
Francis
her
has seen it happen while he's walking in to get more of his silver bullets.
And Cain
Possibly.
just sitting back watching it. Get him, honey.
People would look at the two characters standing next to each other and assume that Cain is the one to be wary of, and it's like, no, try the pint-sized Irish girl with a fucking huge temper.
It's like,
Yeah,
Those
there's a
it's
saying.
like
just for working on cars.
One of the days, Francis will come in to pick up the silver bullets, look at the man being held by the scruff, or like by the collar, and being like,
no.
"Dude, did
She
you
is.
miss the sign over there that says cat collars will be judged harshly?"
Oh no. She's not even grabbing him by the scruff. No, she's got him pinned to the ground and just wailing on him completely. And Kane's just in the background drinking some coffee.
Yeah, Francis will just go over, pour himself a cup. So, want to make a bet on how long this will
You
last?
just like step over the guy as you walk.
You're just stepping over him.
Yeah,
she
Francis
stops
walks over and pours
mid-punch.
himself a cup of coffee. So, interesting motive.
She stops mid-punch, looks over and says in the sweetest way, "I'll be with you in a moment, honey."
This is probably about about the second, third guy today so far.
Jesus Christ. I gave her that sign for a reason.
I know.
Oh, Christ.
Doesn't mean people are
Cat
gonna listen
collars
to
will
it.
be judged heavily. We didn't specify how you judged.
Like I said, doesn't mean people listen to it. Like I didn't listen to your sign,
Christmas
Which is
carolers
actually-
will be criticized.
which is Kane's way of actually saying that he actually did see it, but he didn't give a shit.
No, the one that said no kidnappings.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like,
that was days ago. I've had
Yeah,
to
speaking
update
of
it.
which, speaking of which, yeah, I'm trying to remember, how did the whole thing with the young Dracula work out?
Oh yeah, is the kid still hanging around the archives?
Yeah.
Nah, he
Okay.
just turned into a pile of goo and nobody cared.
I mean, this is also
Well,
a
that was
valid
always a
response.
possibility.
Other than helping Kara, Cain will just when he's not helping Kara, he'll be hanging around the archive, researching other shit. Mainly,
Well,
Just doing
what
random
kinda
research.
Other shit.
just doing other random research, like catching up on some of the monster stuff he's like admits that he's never like seen or heard of. Just catching up on stuff like that.
So you walk into the archives one day, up to the scrawny dude standing at a desk. and
Basically,
you're
it's
like, I want to know where you keep the evil books.
Cain is like, nah, he walks up. Okay, I want to know where you keep everything on mythology, and I mean everything.
Okay, so you're going to spend like 3 weeks reading through about 1,200 books before someone brings in another box of a further 5,000.
Nah, Cain will do that for like a week.
Huey and Lewis were gonna have it bad.
Cain will do that for a week. Get bored. Gonna get bored.
You go for an
Yeah,
entire
just-
week. Damn.
Yeah. He'll read for an entire week, get bored, wander off.
You won't get through a
Uh,
1,000 books, that's for sure. Maybe
Come-
3 or 4.
Wander off, come back like 3 or 4 days later.
Yeah, because it's kind of funny when you say about get me all the books on mythology. The guy points at a shelf and it says mythology section 1, A through AA. And then you realize that shit, you're actually standing in the biggest room in the entire place, and there's like thousands of bookshelves that are all marked
What?
mythology.
That's terrible organization. They don't even have it separated by like Pantheon.
Well, that's
This-
the thing,
I mean,
they
like-
do.
It's an interesting
did
question.
suggest.
Would a supernatural archive be beholden to the Dewey Decimal System?
Has the Dewey Decimal System been invented?
I don't know, but we could say it has.
Yes, it has.
1876, yes, it's been invented.
So yeah, like I said, Cain just reading for a week, gets bored, wanders off for like 3 or 4 days.
Oh, and the guy who invented it, Melville Dewey, is still alive for another 2 years.
Yeah, what is he, like
I mean,
180?
you could change that.
Born 1851, died 1931.
Never
Cain
mind.
comes back,
You missed it.
hunts down
Yeah,
Francis,
completely missed
hands him a bottle of goop. Found the thing.
Aha, you have now acquired 1 times bottle of goop. Its description reads, found the thing. Cain, 1929.
You look at it and you realize that's not Gizzlefrick. That's Gizzlefrick shavings.
Yeah, so this is
Francis-
Gizzlefrick residue. You find it on NPCs that have been killed by Gizzlefrick.
Oh, no.
Francis will look at Cain. What? Why?
Huh? Why what? Why not? Don't you also need a newspaper for it or something?
Yes. I can get that from the lounge.
Well, I found this. You're welcome. Just sets it there, walks out.
Francis goes to go hunt down a corpse.
Cain specifically
It's
never even
okay.
told him where the corpse was.
Should it be that hard to find? Just follow either the signs, the screaming, or the stench.
But other than that, out of like Cain's own backstory, Cain will actually also be doing some hunting, some leads of his own. Try and hunt down the pack of kitsune that kills family.
Okay.
Trying to hunt
What
them
about-
down.
What
hunt
would a
down
pack
leads
of
at least.
kitsune be doing on the mainland U.S.?
That's
You have the technology, it's called bolts.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair.
Although I'm going to say I do actually agree with you.
What is a
It's-
pack of
it's-
kitsune doing on the mainland U.S.?
It's 1929. The anime revolution of America has not happened yet. There are not enough weeaboos. So basically, when you walk up to someone and are like, "Hey, have you seen a kitsune?" They look at you like you're crazy.
no, it's like I'm not gonna hunt him down like that. I'm gonna hunt him down like because from Cain's understanding and knowledge of hunting creatures, each creature has its own unique hunting style and the way it'll leave like some kind of indicator for what it is.
Wouldn't it be better off looking for what's that Korean fox thing? The one that's
Junko?
like actually has a history of being evil.
Isn't it
and
like a
eating
Jumo or Junko?
Yeah. Are you sure it's a kitsune? Because, like I said, the other ones actually do have a mythological history of being evil and eating people.
I mean, Inari are too. Although they're more tricksters.
Adari, the goddess of rice.
Yes.
Okay. So you're looking for some information about Kitsune or for
any kind of leads or something like that looks off from like a news like a report or anything like that.
High or low?
You know what? Surprise me.
Actually, you know what? No, instead of that, you roll investigate.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is. I'm actually kind of hoping this actually fails because it would actually make sense.
Well, no, it won't.
Mixed.
Okay, so on researching stuff, you find there is a set of like reported animal attacks. The problem is these animal attacks are like randomly all over the continental US and extend into like Mexico, where they kind of disappear into into the ether. There's a few that go up into Canada that end up you get to a point where clearly you can't tell the difference between a specific animal attack and
Versus.
it
Yeah,
was
there's.
totally just bears, and they're saying bears because they have no idea.
Yep. Okay. That's a bust. Sadly.
You're not really able to put any kind of like movement picture away because you've got like, you know, there'll be an attack that looks kind of weird when you read through it. Like it doesn't read like a standard. This guy was, you know, eaten by coyotes or something
Yeah.
in California. A week later, you've got something outside of New York, but a day prior, you find that something happened in, you know, Juarez. That there was a very violent animal attack in Juarez that doesn't read like it is an animal attack. But you're not
That's a
really able
bust.
to put any kind of picture together with it.
Now he's looking up that, and Huey and Lewis are looking for news about like other
I'm never
things
gonna
that
forgive you for this.
cop has to be covered up, right?
Uh-huh.
Nathaniel would like to continue building his case against Ricci.
It's
Fair
okay.
enough.
That's what he's going to spend his free time doing.
By doing so, what do you do to start building the case? What are you looking for?
Specifically looking for connections between him and various underworld figures, various things that occurred, looking for signs of organized crime. Usually at this point in time, it'd be more like protection rackets. So start looking at places around there and trying to find out who they report to, who they report to, who they report to. General, just as I said, trying to find like evidence or proof connecting Ricci to some kind of crime that has actually occurred. It's very easy to say a person is a crime boss, but it's like you got to try and prove a connection.
Yeah.
Kane's,
That
Kane's like,
somehow the orders came from him.
Kane,
All right.
Kane's just still gonna think like, still think he's a werewolf.
If he
I
was a
mean,
wolf
you
man,
are
it's pretty
you are
much
free to make any assumptions about NPCs that you would like to. So yeah, you're able to like call in a couple favors with you know, researchers and stuff, office staff effectively within the bureau to get.
This is now. Keep in mind, this is when I say research. This is much more just like, you know, pounding, going out, talking to people.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, like,
you're
hey,
able
what did you
to-
see?
You're
Hey,
able to
who
piece
gave
together
this
some
order
stuff.
here?
Yeah, you're able to piece together some stuff from the information that the bureau has on them, figuring some connections to various underground types, underworld types, I should say. And you're able to get information on some of his movements. Like, he frequents a number of like gentlemen's clubs and also a few working men's clubs around the city, mostly involved in dock workers. They cater to that clientele. A couple do stick out. You notice that for all he does have some financial stake in Club de Sea, he outright has not been seen at that location in probably about 2 years, which report from one of the agencies kind of marks as being a bit weird, because they were following him for a while and trying to get him like doing some kind of illegal cartel meeting or whatever at that location until he just suddenly stopped going there. Which also is the one time you find a picture of someone that looks suspiciously like Elle walking into the place, and then no other mention afterwards.
All right. Well, Snicker put that photograph aside to laugh at with Elle later, and
well, I mean, the whole thing is like it's kind of well known that they've got stake in multiple places.
oh yeah, no, like this isn't blackmail material. This is, hey, look at this.
Yeah,
They got your good side.
You're actually able to put together the places that Elle's mentioned having interest in are all places that people like Ricci just avoid. Like, if you were to draw out like areas on maps, you would notice that the places Elle has interest in are all outside the known areas that these people go around. The main sort of stonewall that happens is when you try and like find information about who sort of funds, or not so much funds, but like who ultimately controls a lot of this stuff. Is you keep seeing references to the old country, which you can put together as blatantly like Sicily and such, with the older mafia families, and of course you're basically not able to find anything about that once it leaves the US. But yeah, you do notice that since about the time of the party, movements in the couple weeks afterwards were very erratic.
And then just stopped. Just stopped.
Yeah, right around about 2 weeks ago, where he just completely vanished. And any places that you go around, basically, asking people if they've seen stuff or anything, whenever, as you make that, as you broach that subject, yeah, you're effectively finding that no one knows why he just disappeared. A few of them think he was probably called back to Europe. Mainly just because he completely vanishes.
Well, that actually raises an interesting thing, because if I can find out, like, who he left in charge while he's gone, that's basically then another point of thing. Like, they would have to know.
In theory. But that is one of the things that people are very tight-lipped on, as to who's actually running things while he's gone.
Mm.
The only information that you're able to get
like, an easy way to find out, well, not easiest, but one way to find out is to just look for the enemies.
Look for the what?
Look for his enemies.
Well, that's the kind
Nobody's
of annoying thing with it.
Nobody's a successful mob boss without picking up enemies along the way. People who'd want to see them, dealt with one way or another.
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Now,
you look in the mirror.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously, look at the mirror. You're
Yeah,
one of his enemies.
you stand. Yeah, you stand in the mirror. You attempt to slap yourself, but you just break the mirror. Like, what do you know?
Yeah.
What do
that'd
you
be
know? Where were
hilarious.
you on the night of the first? You swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Shoots a mirror with the Tommy gun.
Yeah, an old lady who's currently baking apple pie screams in the distance.
I forget what his
No.
caretaker's name is.
Fran.
I do too. It's written down somewhere.
It's Fran.
It's not.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's
Frank.
Patrick, yeah.
Yeah. So
Thatcher, that's one.
yeah.
Thatcher.
Yeah, when you look through some of the, because there are like a few other smaller like mafia related families in the area. For the most part, they're not entirely sure what's going on with that, because technically they're all supposed to be under like one umbrella. You know, there's like the highest point, and then they're all underneath that, and are supposed to have a non-aggression pact, essentially. But you know, there are the occasional bar fights, and every now and then someone gets shot over who controls a specific warehouse or whatever. And yeah, you're able to put together some information, speaking to a few heavies here and there. A couple people get roughed up in alleyways, to find that there's a basically brick shithouse called George has been left in charge, effectively with the command of don't do anything. You know, don't make any moves, don't attempt to fight any of the other groups.
Yeah, don't make waves. I get it.
Yeah, defensive only. And even speaking to a few other people, once you're able to actually find out who this guy is, they're even telling you, as far as we know, he doesn't even know why Ricci's gone, or where specifically. Just
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to resort to a tactic I had hoped that I would not need to. To think that it would come to this. I'm gonna go talk to the IRS.
Okay.
Oh no!
Mobsters don't pay taxes. At least they don't pay the taxes they should. If their business was legit. It's how they got Al Capone. My hope is that reaching out to the IRS through the boy, using my deal with the agency move, hoping that at the very least we can try and track down some tax fraud or unreported income that's going on with Ricci and his basically well, because he'd have a business, so with his business, yes.
He is a
Like, I don't think
businessman.
limited liability companies exist yet.
Yeah, I think the best you can really do at this point is a holdings company, but that still has to have all of the stuff. Like, Montana Holdings doesn't exactly operate legally.
Apparently, Al Capone has not yet been arrested for his tax evasion.
Well, I'm
Like
sure
2
if they wait
months.
long enough.
But I just can't do it.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you go up, you give them like all the information that you've been going through, or like you give them all in giant quote marks, like what you are prepared to give them. To
Do
pitch
you have proof that he
in
might be a
agency.
communist? Well, no, but we
This
don't
isn't
care.
about no. This isn't like okay. I'm
Yeah, this
using the
isn't a
voice to
communist.
try and gain access to the IRS. So I imagine this would just be my superiors like, you're not like no, we're not putting the IRS at your beck and call. They have much more things to do.
Exactly. Unfortunately,
pretty much.
You just get
Yeah, you-
stonewalled.
Yeah, you go into one of the offices, you lay out the stuff that you're prepared to give them. They look at it and be like, this really ain't much. Yeah, leave it with us. We'll contact the IRS and see if they can do anything. And like as soon as you walk out the door, you swear you could hear one of the guys go, "We ain't doing shit."
There's no point.
Good thing I made copies of those. And I will remember their names.
Yeah, like you are aware that there is some friction between a few of the agencies because essentially the of course this is one of those times where organized crime is being heavily investigated by a lot of agencies. So the
But
IRS
they're constantly
is-
getting in each other's ways, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stepping on toes, but then also the IRS, because they get so many requests for exactly what you're looking for, because it is a great way to go about it. They're kind of being like, do we need to put together an entire fucking sub-agency to deal with this shit specifically? Can we afford to do that? No, we can't. Right, just tell them no. So there's a lot of friction going on. Fortunately enough, though, Microsoft doesn't exist, so they haven't lobbied to heavily restrict the IRS's ability to investigate stuff yet.
And it'll take many, many years for you to even get close to the IRS being happy to help you. So you're not there yet. Anyway, anything else?
Yeah, it comes down to unfortunate timing.
All right.
Yeah, well, it comes down to a botched attempt. A 5.
Yeah, it comes down
Not
to
a good
the
roll.
dice being like, nah.
Yeah.
But we just pretend that it's bad timing.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
alright, well... Well, honestly,
I mean, it
like I
was a
said,
great
that's
idea.
what Nathaniel would spend his time doing. Like, this is not
Yeah.
something that fails quickly. While it does fail,
Yeah,
this is something that
it
would have
does take
taken
time.
to even attempt this. So,
Yeah, because that's that whole thing. Like these kind of agencies are that large that they don't move quickly.
Yeah, and that's going to take you a good part of your month to, three of your weeks are gone before you even get to this point. So you have 1 week that you would have been able to do anything on. So that leaves us with L. L, what is your downtime? What are you wanting to work on?
Well, speaking of Richie,
Huh.
I was going to attempt
we have
to.
just combined forces on this. Like,
No, I was going to attempt to set up a meeting with Richie. Because L doesn't want to take Richie down. L doesn't mind them.
Betrayal!
I made this clear the first time you were like, I need to take him down, and I'm like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Literally, I think more than half of us agreed it was a bad idea because you and Cain were kind of on the same page with that.
So, when within the month are you attempting to contact Richie?
Basically, as soon as we killed the satyr things, that would have been like 2 days after.
Yeah, within
all
the
with
first
that.
couple of days.
So it would have been way before Nathaniel gets back. All right.
Yeah.
Well, see,
I mean-
here's the thing, because either they have a meeting and everything goes well, or they have a meeting and everything goes poorly, in which case Richie disappears because he's actually been murderized.
At which point, Nathaniel gets what they want. Richie's out of the way.
Yeah.
But he'll never know it.
This is the funny thing about these like weird tendrils of the esoteric timeline going on here.
Yeah. Because now we're going back in time. All right. So
So yeah, you're able to get a message, and you head down to where his office is, effectively leaving a message there, and he has one of his guys come round to let's just say deceit while you're there one evening, and basically comes in and says, yeah, Richie will see you now, basically, if you want to.
All right, let's go.
Alright. He turns around, heads out. He's got this like crappy jalopy, and he sort of opens the door, half expecting for you to go and jump in the back. Do you do so?
Yeah.
Alright.
You guys you really need to up your status. This is
He just kind of shrugs like, it's what it is. So he,
yes, unfortunately.
yeah, he closes the door, heads around, hops in, drives down to the docks in the evening. It's actually quite nicely lit with some dramatic lighting from the sunset, and leads you in up to his office, and Richie's sitting there, leaning back in his chair, smoking a cigar. And as you're taken straight in, he waves his hand to the other guy, and sort of just takes a draw on the cigar and like, well, what can I do for you?
God damn it! What was the
Maxine.
ex-hooker's name? His
Maxine.
what was it?
Yeah.
I can't prove it, and I really don't care. But I know you took Maxine's body. I'll hold up a hand to keep him from talking. Like I said, I don't care. As long as you're not trying to raise her from the dead, I really don't care. Do what you need to do. But the primary point of this meeting is so I can let you know the ones responsible for her murder are dead. They're dealt with, dusted, ashed, whatever. They're gone. You can stop looking.
Well, I stopped looking.
You may have stopped raging and looking, but I know you wouldn't have given up.
I did hear about the thing on the boat. It does pain me that I wasn't able to actually witness it.
And he's referring to the vampire that we fought, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
according
there's
to
no
one of my
harm.
guys, you and the others did quite a number on that guy. And he then did a number on that boat.
Well, there's no point in shattering the illusion. I just wanted to let you know, personally, that those responsible are dealt with and done.
I appreciate that.
No, that really was it, and I am sorry for your loss. But I do have a question about that night. When did you get separated?
She had seen one of her friends and wanted to talk to her. The banker's wife. I don't really care to listen to a bunch of financial stuff. I have to deal with that here every day. I'm not doing that in my off hours.
And you turned away. By the time you look back, she was gone.
Well, she was going to get some drinks with her friend. I was continuing the gambling. It's unfortunate. After she left, I've gotten a bit of a losing streak. But, oh well, these things happen.
He seems a little bit too cold for you right now.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's fronting, I'm aware. It's either because I called him on exactly what he's doing, or because he's trying to hide his emotions. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me. If he is trying to raise it from the dead, then I'll fucking deal with it when it happens.
Yeah, I mean the general gist is that kind of thing of you expect this is probably exactly the same kind of like cool demeanor that somebody would get if they were being brought in with the intent of, you know, 9 Inch Nails to the kneecaps kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not worried about him trying.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. Just wanted to let you know about that.
like I say, I appreciate that.
I will do a like mime that like doffing of a hat
Yeah. Now,
and try to walk out.
just before you actually exit the door, he does kind of tap his the glass that he's got, because he has like a glass of something. He has like a glass of whiskey that he was fiddling with. He taps that and says, "If you need any assistance with stuff in the future, I'll give you a favor."
Good to know.
I do try and pay my debts whenever I can.
Thank you for that. And then I'll
He gives a nod.
exit the building.
Yeah, the guy that brought you there, he's standing by waiting with a couple of other heavies that are like just standard security, and he sort of gestures for you to follow him and takes you back to the car, and then takes you wherever you want to go.
Yeah, probably back to the club, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Some point, different point in time, I was gonna go find Francis.
Ray, I seem to be very popular today.
It wasn't the same day. It's a different day.
I seem to be very popular in this time period.
The 20s? I mean, you are a prominent professor, so that makes sense.
You seem
Yeah, I'm
very
just really-
popular during this month.
Well, yeah, you got the cop walked in and started talking to him, of course. Anyway,
Right, so on a random Tuesday at the start of February, where is Francis at? Let's say 10 o'clock in the morning.
Ate a cup of coffee. Fifth one today.
Francis,
Loud sip. I got a bad feeling about this. What do you need, El?
small conversation. Let's head outside so there's less students.
I think you'll find the walls heavier, but alright.
Take Francis outside, probably up out of the roof. We'll go full anime on this shit. On the school roof.
Okay.
You have to chase away several schoolgirls that are attempting to do witchcraft on the roof.
Hey, you're doing
Even
it
though,
wrong.
even
B.
though it's 10 a.m. in the morning, somehow it's
Yeah.
sunset and it gives the correct dramatic cinematic lighting.
Look at it and be like, hey, that's incorrect. B, you don't want to be summoning that particular creature. Just for the sake of this, for whatever reason I pictured there's snow falling, so we're going to say it's snowing out too. Francis,
Right.
I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
I hope you have an answer. That would be very unfortunate if you didn't. What is your obsession with magic?
I just find it interesting. People being able to summon stuff, control the elements, ask demons random questions.
Are you aware of the transitive property of mathematics?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just, I find it odd that every time we can run into a problem, you try to solve it with magic you haven't practiced.
Learn by doing.
Hence, practice.
Also a good way to blow up.
Yes. And there is a power in magic, I won't deny that. Just worried you're throwing yourself into the deep end of the ocean with no life preserver and a lead weight on your foot.
Oh, I would never try something that I didn't think we could.
It's a problem.
Could what?
I can figure out the rest of the context. That he didn't think we could handle.
Oh, okay.
That's the problem. You vastly underestimate what magic can do. What the wrong syllable Hindu. Assuming you know the phrase "knowledge is power," I'm guessing it's a mantra for you.
No, actually. Because knowledge itself is not power. You need to be able to apply that knowledge in order to do anything. If I sat in my office all day and just read books, what would I be accomplishing?
About what you do now?
Hey, I accomplished stuff in the field with you guys.
Well, better see you're not entirely a fool. But there's also another little idiom that people tend to throw around, and that's power corrupts.
I'm aware of that one too.
Have you put together why I asked you about the transitive property of mathematics yet?
No, I have not.
Knowledge is power, and power corrupts. Knowledge corrupts.
Ah. Fair enough.
Okay, Rachel, prime example.
And fair enough.
I'm not going to try to stop you because I can't. I can do this off in some dark corner and never tell anybody.
Eventually,
Well,
people would start noticing the random demon showing up, though.
if you summon a demon, you won't get a chance to make that mistake twice. That is a promise from me to you.
Duly noted.
You have to temper the pursuit of knowledge with caution.
Well, it's the
Because
third part of valor.
that's discretion.
Discretion, caution, potato, potato.
Not even semantically close, but okay.
Single piece of hail comes flying down from the sky and hits your ear, and it really stings.
Ah, son of a bitch! These random January hailstorms.
Isn't it February?
Checks newspaper.
You look at your watch and then have an aneurysm realizing you were wrong about something.
No, it's you look at your watch and then realize, oh, right, I'm not wearing one.
Well, I mean, you look at your watch and you realize that it's 3 hairs past a freckle.
Yeah.
And then the pocket watch you didn't know you had, you pulled out to check, turns into Gizzlefrick, and he spits in your eye. And runs.
Yep,
Yeah,
runs
in
off,
which case
giggling.
Francis gives chase with the newspaper.
Okay, assuming that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I just need you to be careful, because you've seen how fast things can get out of control when you don't know what you're doing. Hell, even when you think you know what you're doing, which actually makes people more dangerous.
Yeah, fair enough. I never said I would try to summon things. I like magic more for fixing things and potentially blowing shit up.
Okay.
Much safer than trying to mess with Jelly Knight. Has Jelly Knight been invented yet?
I think you need to do a little research into the history of magic, specifically the blowing shit up kind. I think you might find what happens when you mess around with that.
Noted. Okay, yeah, Jelly Knight's been invented 1875.
Fuck, I was talking with Nav about this. Technically, the very first iteration of plastic explosive is either just starting, or no, it's been created already. It just isn't widely used.
Oh yeah, Alfred Nobel. Right, the guy who
Yep.
invented all of the explosives.
Yeah, the guy that's probably more well known for the Nobel Peace Prize is also the guy that invented plastic explosives.
Hey, look,
Invented the
man, if you
Nobel
want peace, prepare for war.
Yeah.
He invented the Nobel Peace Prize because his
Hold on, I'd
brother
like to
died,
point out.
and they published his obituary.
I'd like to point some things out about Alfred Nobel. Like, the dynamite and the idea of the plastic explosives, like, you cannot understand how many lives that saved when it comes to things like industrial accidents. Like, having reliable, safe explosives was huge.
Honestly, I think the best example of that is that one scene from one of the...
Same difference.
No, I mean, what? It doesn't really matter. It's not exactly semantics, but I'm going to claim it's arguing semantics. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those interesting things in history of like two weird things being connected. So yeah, I forgot why we get onto the subject of explosives.
Oh, we are long past any sort of like.
Yeah, unfortunately, the train has derailed and everyone has died.
Kind of thing long ago.
Yeah, we derailed. We're falling into the mountain. There's explosives and flames everywhere.
There's one survivor screaming out of the wreck, but they're on fire. We're just waiting for them to fall.
Yeah.
But I will just pat Fred's other shoulder for walking away. Magic is a gun, and you are a toddler. Remember that.
Was that supposed to be an insult?
No. So you understand your place.
It's a little condescending, but not necessarily an insult.
I mean, personally, I think that's actually a great analogy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Actually, what happens when a toddler finds a gun?
Usually not anything particularly good. Usually somebody gets shot.
There you go.
It's a case of, oh hey, what's this thing do?
Yep.
Boom.
One day you may find yourself capable of wielding magic without too much worry of causing unnecessary harm. That starts with the basics and practice. Work on that first. Maybe we can work. And then maybe you work your way up to being able to actually use a grimoire. But until then, use Rachel as a cautionary tale. What happens when you progress through power too quickly? Especially with that powers gained from another entity.
Fair enough. I shall start by studying Druidism.
I mean, it doesn't matter what type of magic you study, you still start at the basics. Whether it's the Satyr magic of the Norse, the Druid magic of the Celts, or even the natural magic of the Native Americans. Gotta start at the basics.
Noted. Start small. Pull rabbits out of hats.
That's stagecraft.
Potato, potato.
Yeah, then I'll walk away. Shit, do we have time to even go into this third part?
We have like 7 minutes.
Probably not.
Do you think you have time?
I
Or do you want
guess-
to call it here?
I guess we could start it. Oh no! We'll open up with this. Cain. At some point, you're gonna go into the gym in the archives. You're gonna be very confused as there's Sister Esther going through a workout routine with Al.
Kane's gonna watch it.
I think the perfect like ending here. Give me a sec. I'm gonna send you a message while You guys can talk.
Yeah, after Elle notices, they're going to come up to you and pull out a small wooden box. I guess medium sized. It doesn't matter. They're going to put it on the table, and Kara's going to show up as Elle has actually asked for them. You just happen to be here. And open up the case, and there's a Mauser C96 in it.
Pistol.
Yes.
For the
Oh,
time
fair.
period, I think it's a relatively
know-
new pistol.
You know
No,
the broom
1890.
handle. You know the pistol that's called the broom handle.
Have you
I think I
played
know which
Resident
one
Evil
you're talking
4?
I am kind of shocked. that
What
you
Mauser?
don't know about
What
that.
Mauser did you say it was?
It's the C96. Have you played Resident Evil 4?
Okay, I know, I recognize it.
The Red 9.
Yeah, no, I recognize it because I had to look it up. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, saw a lot wide use in World War One.
yeah, I recognize it. It's German made.
Yeah, I mean this is why I say
It's a German officer's pistol.
because that's what a lot of people know it as.
Yeah, and they're also going to pull out a set of, as far as you and Kara are concerned, very crudely drawn schematics. But basically, and I'll be like, so I have a commission for the two of you. I need this modified, and we'll pull out a second drawing. I need this forged, and you see what looks like a. You'd probably try to classify it as a dueling saber, but the blade is a little stocky, shorter and stockier, like a cutlass, but not quite that short and broad.
Well, it depends on what you want to get made out of. If you're wanting monster parts involved, I can go hunt that down pretty easy.
No, just steal. Thank you.
The sword I can help with. The gun, I think that's gonna be Kara's expertise on that.
I kind of figured. I need it modified. I need basically everything, almost rebuilt from the ground up. I need it modified to fire smaller rifle rounds. I need the grip customized for a smaller hand. The barrel lengthened and widened. The chamber board and widened. Or the chamber board to be widened. And the frame reinforced to handle the new recoil.
So by smaller rifle rounds, you're thinking what? 22? Bigger?
Oh no, bigger than the handgun round that's in it now, but not a full rifle round like you would in like a Mosin Nagant. So it would probably be something closer to like what you'd find in like the repeater rifles.
Repeating rifle. So like most
The
common
lever
lever
action.
action.
Yeah. And that might even be too big, but the actual size doesn't really matter. Basically, I need to fire bigger bullets.
Eh. Yes, we have these little ones with faces and arms. They're called bills.
What? Oh.
Took you a minute.
Trying to find the actual.
That was probably the worst joke I have ever made.
No.
Shouldn't be too hard. Sword be easier, but like I said, the guns, that's more Kara's expertise on that.
Yeah, so I kind of figured, but I figured I'd call both of you in on this because I will turn and look at Esther. They're for her.
Fair enough.
When it indicates, she kind of like just has that kind of nervous smile and waves a hand.
The other question I was gonna say is what type of metal were you thinking?
The best steel you can give me. I need it to be able to withstand anything. Well, not anything, but the majority of things we fight. Same type as swords made out of. Probably be best.
Okay, fair enough.
looking at the greatsword. I'm assuming it uses a watered steel technique. Just what they use for like katanas and was theorized to be the old school Damascus steel.
Yeah, it's held up for. God, it's held up for years. No,
And yeah, that.
fair enough. I can help with that.
Thanks, because she's going to need it. She's unfortunately found herself pushed into our world, and she's going to need weapons to hold back the tide. And as everything goes quiet, we can fade to black on that. Roll credits.
Hey,
Roll credits. All right. So that was the day in the life of our friends here in the crew for the next month. And we'll see what happens with Vinny next week. We'll see if there's anything else that comes out of the rest of the downtime next week as well. This is KarsaKKWx. Karsa's my name. KKWX is my empire. Here today with my friends from Waystone Mysteries NRT. And we were doing episode 32. Goodbye!